Okay, here I am on Jesse Linton's farm up here in New Works. He has a crop here of hot pepper, scotch bonnet peppers, corn, sweet potato, plantains, and yellow yam. Now he's right here in this morning trying to get his farm going. So Mr. Jesse Linton, good morning.
Morning.
What type of layout of management you have here in this on this farm?
Well, my cropping system is a mixed cropping system, right? Include crops and animals, right? So here we in the scotch bonnet field here, we have a mixture of corns, right? The corn serve a purpose of insect barrier, and the peppers are the main crop, right? So to the lifespan of the corn, you can always replant those corn to ensure that you have a mixture of whatever crop you might have, and they also serve as a purpose to bring in income.
Now, Mr. Jesse Linton, I notice you use pesticides. So what you do to get rid of these bottles and things that you have here? What type of sanitation method you use?
Right, so if you look to the left, you see where I have my garbage pile to put on the garbage truck, right? Because these bottles should not be left in the field or left where they can be where other animals can interact with them, as it can cause poisoning at some point.
Okay. Now, what type of pest and disease control you use here?
Well, for the corns, we use insecticide that kill worm, right? I mostly use insecticides, right? So I use the mimic and the indicard, right? And with the peppers you have mites, right? And we use the cure and the nizron to aid with the mite control, right? And also white flies I use like the caratrax and the capri. And with the sweet potato on that side, they use the major problem with potato weevil. They use the caprid and the Pegasus and another chemical by the name of Protect to help curb against the potato weevil.
Okay. So record keeping, Mr. Jesse, what type of records you keep here now?
Right, so what the record system is a system in which I have on my phone. So whenever I come on the farm do anything, I can always record the information, upload it to the Excel file, and then from there, wherever I'm at, I can always know. And if I lose my phone, it's added to my email address, so it can always be retrieved wherever I'm at.
Okay. Economic, now, Mr. Jesse, how economical is this farm?
So
What is it costing you?
So the economics of this farm, right, is our self-interest, you know. And you know whatever business you have to spend money, right? So with this, I spend money on labor, right? Buy chemicals, buy planting material, and all of those stuff, you know. And I always try to encourage sustainable production system, you know. So that you don't just have one main crop. We don't promote monoculture production in my area here in New Works, right? Always a mixture of crops. So if you see where I have corn, I have peppers, I have sweet potato, I have planting on the side as a barrier crop too as well, and also lemon trees, right? So I'll soon take you to the other plot that I have with the dashing and the yams. So you can see the mixture of my cultivation.
Good. So the technological innovation that you use on this farm, Mr. Jesse, include what?
So the technology involve use of spray pan, mist blower, the soil auger, the islet seedling planter, weed whacker, and regular spray pan, and also water harvesting. So I have drums that I use to collect water, and also use a fertigation system on the farm too as well, where you can always add your fertilizer despite the fact that rain might be falling. And to be honest, I'm in a rain-fed area, so you don't need much water to irrigate the plants, but during the fertigation process you have to always use a bit of water. So add the water to the drum and use the venturi pump and pump it out.
Yes, okay. And I see you have your piece of machete in your hand to all
Right.
molding up and taking up
Right.
grass, roots and all kinds of
Right.
things.
So with these plants you have to always circle weed them, right? So ensure that the root area is free of weeds. It doesn't matter if they are within the road, they can always be sprayed with some herbicide and get rid of them. Right.
Very good. Nice farm here, Mr. Jesse. So, you know, you're going to continue taking care of it until you reach harvesting.
Right.
Good.
Yeah. So that's the aim, you know. And always encourage. Farming is a business, right? And if you want to maximize your potential, you have to have a lot of person who involved. So with my system, I get support from 4H, right, through the agenda program, right, through agronomists from AdChem first and RADA too as well, right. And I tell you, it's a whole lot of support, and farming is not a one-man game, right? So everybody have to be involved and ensure that whatever production is being carried out, we try to achieve it at the best level, because food is important to the country, and we have to provide enough to support the growth of the GDP, ensure that food is being produced and not just imported, right? So that is our mission as farmers.
Very true, Mr. Jesse. And so we want to really curb that high food import bill, because we can really feed ourselves in this country if we put our minds and heart to it.
Yes, it's a work in progress. So with my system, I also use whatever waste potato I might have, right? I also use it to feed the animals, right? So for example, the pigs, right? I boil it into a slur, right? Knowing that pigs are all monogastric animals, they don't digest much cellulose, right? Despite the fact that they have a tracheum, right? So what happens is that I boil the food or parboil it where it is consumable, and the pigs also enhance their growth. From that means a starch, right, and some amount of protein. All right, so that is it. And thanks for visiting my farm. You know, it's a pleasure to have you guys here and ensuring that I pass on the right knowledge towards the entire system of growth in agriculture production. So like, share, and subscribe to the channel, right? Mr. Rodney, it's a pleasure to have you on board with me and the rest of 4H team, right? So thanks again.
Great. Continue the good work, Mr. Linton.
Alright, so I'm featuring the tools that I use on the farm. So this is the islet seedling planter, right? Used to transplant seedlings from the tree, you know. And you have two spray pan, one for herbicide and one for insecticide, right? And you have the soil auger used to do wire fence and also to prepare land to plant that shade, right? So this is a feature of my tools on the farm.
Agriculture is the future. This is the power of agriculture. Our country is an agricultural land. 60% of people belong to agricultural background. Once in a lifetime, you need to meet a doctor, a lawyer, a teacher. But every day, you need to meet a farmer. Agriculture is the future. This is the power of agriculture.
Alright, so this is the food for the pigs, right? So add some red peas, right? And being that they are waste and these are not a part of the selection for the market purpose, we use it to feed the animals too as well. So this is pig food. Pig food. Make proper use of your waste from the farm, no matter what it is. Once the animal they can consume it, whether it's corn, potato, dashing, cocoa, all of those stuff, make proper use of it and throw it away. Because farming is expensive and you have to find some way to reduce the cost.